Good morning. I'm Caitlin with Wiregrass Daily News, and I'm here with Mr. Josh Burke and Mr. Jonathan Riley, who are with PIER, People Engaged in Recovery. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Thank y'all for coming in this morning. So, what is PIER? Tell me about that.
First of all, thank you for having us this morning. And so, like you said, my name is Josh Burke, and I'm the program director out of our Dothan office here. And PEER is a nonprofit organization who helps people who are suffering with substance use disorder. And what that means is that everyone who works for us we're what we call CRSSs. We're certified recovery support specialists, and we are all in long-term recovery that work for our company. And what the way we do that is we utilize our own story to help people navigate through the system of care. And we meet the individual right where they're at. We want to empower, collaborate with any individual who is seeking recovery from substance use disorder. Um, and we do intakes on individuals. We get them set up with state assessments. We provide free transportation all over the state of Alabama to any treatment facility that is state certified, to any detox facility. And insurance is not a barrier. If you have insurance, that's good. But if you don't, we still get you to treatment as well. And if we can't find you somewhere that's suitable for you in Alabama, we do have certain companies that will pay for you to go outside of Alabama to a treatment facility because sometimes that's what it takes.
Right.
Um, Different places, things, and people.
Yeah.
um, but we have a wonderful team of outreach specialists who serve 21 counties here in South Alabama. We have three offices located. Our headquarters is in Mobile, our Dothan office, and we just opened up a new facility in Bruton, Alabama. So we have several grants that we work under. The that we have, we go into the jail system. We do intakes, and we provide. We get them intakes in jails. We go out here to your streets, beating the beaten path, as they would say,
Mm-hmm.
to get people and do the intakes on them as well. And we are with the individual from the beginning of their recovery through their recovery and even after their recovery once they're in recovery. And our Dothan office over here, we have different meetings every day at noon. We have an AA meeting, we have a NA meeting, then we have different other little groups like self help groups. We have a women's group. We have yoga, which is yoga for women on Tuesdays and Fridays, I believe. um, and So those are the things that we have going on in our office and everything. And those are some of the services that we provide. Is included in these is we advocate for people who have legal issues in the legal system. We advocate for people who have DHR cases, and we are on several drug court teams here in South Alabama that we help out with that and community corrections, and all those types of things. But even though we help a lot with that, we don't ever want the person who's not having no legal issues, that's just addicted, that, we're here to help you as well. So that's
So,
what,
someone who's living in addiction, you help get
yeah.
them out of it.
Oh yes, yes. Just your everyday person, because addiction does not discriminate.
No.
And it can hit anybody at any time. And like we like to tell people, if you're not directly affected by it, someone or a loved one or a friend of a loved one has been affected by addiction in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Um, and to us, we look at, because we've all been there, and we remember where we came from, going through the trenches and going through addiction. And now that we're on recovery, that's where we want to help, everybody become that best version of their self that they can possibly become.
Yeah. What a great organization. Jonathan, what do you do with PIER?
So with PIER, I cover the OD2A grant, which is the Overdose to Action grant.
Mm-hmm.
I am a person in long-term recovery. My clean date is March 3rd, 2015. I take that very serious today. I work with those in the prison system. I work with gynecologists with the
Mm-hmm.
pregnant ladies. I help with getting them assessments done. I also do go out into the community, do Narcan trainings. We provide free Narcan that is distributed by the state of Alabama Department of Mental Health. Um, I mean, I cover 9 counties by myself.
Wow.
Then I have a great team I work with, which is Amanda Gray out of Bruton and Karen Elmore out of Mobile. And between the three of us, we don't normally see the light of day
Yeah.
because
sound
we are
busy.
anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
We have several events that are coming up here within the Wiregrass area itself. We have the Overdose Awareness Day, which will be at the PIER building itself. Josh and them will be with Overdose Awareness at Troy University with Spectre Care. I'll be with Lux tomorrow night in Daleville doing a Narcan training. And when I did a Narcan training, the training itself takes about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But I have to qualify myself so people will understand why I can give this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm in hospitals and I have literally watched children die. 18 to 25. The drug of choice right now is fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl is the drug of choice for children, 18 to 25. Well, not young adults,
Yeah.
18 to 25. I'm 50 years old now. I call them kids now. But anyways, the issue being is, I mean, I have had them call me from as far as North Alabama, just reach out to me because I do have a great number of resources I use.
Yeah.
And we had one that we put into treatment down here in South Alabama, and he went home and he overdosed and died. He was 26 years old. He had lost his brother-in-law. His brother was in treatment also, and so was his sister is in recovery now. That mother has dealt with a lot.
Yeah.
And, sometimes they need somebody to listen to them and hold their hand.
Yeah.
And tell them, you can't tell them it's going to be okay. Because nobody knows what it feels like to lose a child.
Right.
But the addiction just not dealing with 18, 25-year-olds. I mean, we're seeing with as low as young as 14 down in North Florida, especially in the Pensacola area. There's been reports of 14 to 16-year-olds with the vapes with fentanyl in them.
Oh, my gosh.
There is now a new one out called purple fentanyl that has now hit the United States border. It is a mixture of lidocaine and fentanyl. There's no reversal. We also have xylazine, which is coming south now. It started up in Kensington Place up in Philadelphia. It's called the zombie drug. It is basically a horse tranquilizer. And you will see somebody in a zombie-like state, and they're trunched over, and they're not moving. They have no recollection of what happened when they come out of it, and there's no reversal. And and as far as I know, there's been a couple of reports in the Wiregrass area itself. I know there's been more up in Birmingham and Montgomery as of right now. The drugs are changing daily. I tell myself every day, and so does Josh, we're grateful to God the drugs are out today that was not out when we were using. We wouldn't be here. I would not be here.
Definitely.
I use drugs like a champ. Drugs, and that people use drugs, it ain't because we want to get high. It's because we're trying to cover up the childhood drama that we dealt with.
Yeah.
Or the adult trauma.
So at PIER, do y'all have trauma counseling or, any types of different counseling for people?
We have
resources
resources we can get you to those counselors for that stuff. Now, with our trainings and stuff, and every year we go to what is called a PIER conference, and we have numerous different kinds of trainings that we can do at this PIER conference. It's a week long. But all throughout the year, we can, we take CEs or CEUs, and that's continued education for what we do, Certified Recovery Support Specialist. And, I always recommend for people to take, things on grief counseling and burnout, compassion fatigue, and things like that, because, I lost a brother to addiction in 2010. He was 20 years old. So, going through that, that grief, and personally going through that grief, by doing that, that doesn't qualify me as a therapist, but it qualifies me as someone with lived experience.
Right.
To talk to someone, who has lost a loved one or lost a child or something like that. But we want, and our main goal here is to let people know that we're PIER and we're here. We want, everyone deserves a second chance at life.
Right.
And that second chance looks different for everyone. It may be, the first time you go to jail. It may be the first time you go to rehab. It may just be like you used it one time. You're like, I don't want to use it again. Or you may be in your 37th rehab. It's never too late. And it's like I tell people, you're never too late. As long as you're drawing breath, you're able to get in recovery and be that productive member of society and be that better father and husband and brother or mother or sister, whatever it may be. But as Jonathan was saying, with the events that we have coming up, throughout the year, we hold events at our building and we do things for the community. Like in July, end of July, we passed out over 50 book bags to the people who were in need of that. Because we understand that yes, there's a drug problem, but there's also people who are going, who are in recovery that's just getting in recovery that are still getting on their feet. They're like,
Right.
okay, well, I need just a little bit of help in this area. So that's where we try to do that too. And, if certain things we're not able to do, but we have resources in the community who can step up and say, okay, well, we can do this.
Right.
Um, but what I would really love to talk about is it's our second annual Run for Recovery, but we've been doing this for 4 years now. Our Walk/Run for Recovery event. It is coming up on September the 27th. It is from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the park in Taylor,
Uh-huh.
which is really great place, and I'm really super excited that Taylor will allow us to use that park. Um, and Taylor Law Firm, uh, Judge Taylor, he was gracious to make our trophies and everything last year. He's doing that for us, so he is a big contributor to that for us. So we thank him for that. And there have been numerous uh, companies here in Dothan, Alabama, who have donated door prizes, whether it be donuts or coffee or skate passes or movie pass,
Yeah.
whatever it is. And we're really thankful that the businesses here in Dothan have opened up and said, you know what, we really like what y'all do there, and we want to be able to help y'all out, with things like that.
That's great.
But we will have a live DJ at our Run for Recovery event. We will have a food vendor, we'll have coffee vendor, shaved ice. We'll have several health providers out there from all over the state of Alabama. Um, we will have people out there, selling merchandise or different things like that, and then we will have our 5K run. Um, and last year was the first time we'd done the 5K run, and we had 22 runners. So this year, I'm hoping we have double that. That would be really nice. So we want to thank the Taylor Police Department for coming in on a Saturday and blocking the traffic so our runners can run. So that's really great, and we appreciate them for doing that as well. But like I said, we're just out here to bring awareness to because you got overdoses that are happening and just the addiction itself. And, with addiction comes mental health issues as well, or mental health causes addiction,
They
whichever
go
way,
hand in hand.
yeah, whichever way it may go. And, a lot of us that work here, do have co-occurring issues, whether it be mental health and addiction.
Right.
So that's why we want to do things like this podcast and do radio things and just let them know that, we're here and we're here to help, because we have a great staff. We have outreach workers in every single one of the counties that we provide service in.
So the Run for Recovery, Walk for Recovery, will you take donations there, or what does that look like?
Okay, so we have a flyer, and it is on our Facebook page at People Engaged in Recovery, and you can scan the QR code that's on there, and you can register for the race there. It's $35 for the race, and it includes a T-shirt. Or you can just donate money, and you can donate money by sending a check to People Engaged in Recovery, and you can mail it to 1930 Wise Drive, Dothan, Alabama. We are accepting those donations all the way up until the run. And if someone just feels like they want to donate because they like what we stand for and what we're trying to do for the community, they can feel free to send a donation anytime they want to. Because another thing I'd like to talk about is we pass out hygiene to people who need hygiene. If someone comes in off the street and they're like, I don't have no deodorant, I don't have no shampoo, we're going to give you a bag of hygiene with everything you need, it from toothpaste to deodorant to shampoo to
Right. So those donations, they go towards buying those supplies.
Yes. And we have a clothes closet as well that helps people with clothes, because some people coming off the streets or coming out of jail, they don't have nothing.
Right.
They don't have no clothes or nothing. So by those donations, we are able to get those things and provide those services to people that they wouldn't otherwise have.
That's great.
But on our Run for Recovery, we use those resources, for things that we might want to buy for the community center that will be productive for people coming in off the street or people that come to our meetings, something they can use. Um, and for also, like I said, the hygiene products, the clothes, and, every year we do a Thanksgiving dinner at our office, and every year we do a Christmas dinner at our office, just for people out there that don't have nothing.
Right.
So we appreciate any and all donations that anybody is willing to give because it goes a long way.
So tell me again, where can someone find information about PIER?
Several different places. You can go to our Facebook page at People Engaged in Recovery. You can go online. We have a website, which is peopleengagedinrecovery.org. You can come to one of our 3 centers, which is in Mobile, Bruton, and our office here in Dothan is at 1930 Wise Drive. And we have information posted up all over the city of Dothan and all the cities that we have here.
And then again, the Run for Recovery, what was that date again?
That date is September 27th.
September 27th,
yes.
And it's at Taylor Park.
Yes, ma'am.
In Taylor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That is a really nice park out there.
Yes, it is. And they have the thing that we like to do at the end of our Run for Recovery event is the run is for people who are in recovery. That's to show them that, hey, we're in recovery and we can still do things because there's a life on the other side of recovery, of addiction, and that's recovery. But at the end of our event, right before we get ready to go, what we like to do is we like to walk a trail at the park, and we like to do that in remembrance of all of the ones who couldn't be here, who have lost their life to addiction. And so that's why we do that. We take 30 minutes to do that, and then we pack up and go. But that time, again, setup starts at 7. The race registration will begin at 8. The run will start at 9, and we will announce the winners and we have door prizes as well, numerous door prizes. We have door prizes as far as a $50 gift certificate from Home Depot. We have several skating passes, Adventureland passes. Dunkin' Donuts is providing us with donuts. Pepsi is donating water and drinks and things like that. So the community has really came together. These businesses here in Dothan had really came together, and Love to Run is another place who has doing a sponsorship with us. So we really appreciate all these companies here in Dothan.
So really quick, I want to just say 3 things real quick. First off, I want to thank the people in this town who work with us. We have Spectre Care who works greatly with us. We have Transform Central from Jason Johnson that works with us, which is a sober living space-based, because there are many pathways to recovery. I myself went to the 12-step rooms, and I still attend, but there are many others, such as MATs, such as space-based, psychiatry, whatever. You can find it if you're looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
A person who says they can't find recovery, it's because they're not looking for it.
Right.
Also, I want to discuss real quick the stigma, because the stigma is still great. I watch as I ride through downtown, we will see the unhoused, the homeless, sitting there. And sometimes they might be doing odd things. And people want to make a video, so they make a TikTok video out of it. That's not funny.
Mm-mm.
That is somebody's child. That is somebody's parent, maybe.
Yes.
Friend, who's suffering from mental health issues, and they might be feeding it with their substance use on top of it. That is not a joke just to me. That hurts me.
Yeah.
Because I used to be that person.
Yeah.
I've come a long way in 10 years. You can ask my wife.
Yeah.
You can ask my family. I have finally made amends with my family and am back in with my family. That's what recovery is about. Recovery is about helping someone else find their way. Our job is our story.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because for me, when I was in active addiction, I went to therapists. I saw doctors and everything. And the ones that hadn't been where I'd been, I didn't want to listen to them. With peer support, I think it's great. Certified recovery support specialist, what they call us.
Yep.
It's great due to the fact that we sit down and talk. We understand each other.
Right.
Yeah.
You can talk to each other rather than at someone.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And and the thing about it, some people say I'm a little hard. And I am hard. I have children.
Sometimes you have to be.
Yes. And the thing about it is I'm watching them die.
Yeah.
And I'm watching them wither away. Like you said, there's no discrimination. I've dealt with doctors and lawyers, But the greatest thing is I'm allowed to walk into a state prison today and talk and discuss with people. I'm able to sit down on the sidewalk down here. There's a song out called "Hear Me Out" by Jelly Roll,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes sense to me because the fact is, all I ever wanted was someone to hear me.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to myself. I was talking to somebody who would listen.
Right.
And it might have been that imaginary person sitting there beside me.
Right.
But I wanted somebody else to be sitting there beside me. That is what this is about. This is about what we do. This is our calling. I was in the professional world for 27 years. I was in management for 18 of them. And I had a heart attack. And when God told me in that hospital at the Southeast, it's time to do something different. And I did. I started with Spectre Care. I'm grateful for Spectre Care. They taught me a lot. I moved on. I'm with PIER. I love it. I get excited when somebody says, Mr. John, I want help.
No.
I don't need to hear I need help. I want to hear people say I want help.
Right.
Because those that want it are the ones that's going to get it.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you something, those that need it, there are people that go through treatment who need it that do get it sometimes because they'll finally sit down, they'll shut up, and they'll listen.
Yep.
And that's all we got to do. Once we get a treatment, we shut up and we listen. Then therapists at the Haven, over at Mom's in Florence, at the Shoulder in Mobile, Alethea House, Pearson Hall, what's the one in Tuscaloosa?
Phoenix House.
Phoenix House. Yep. All these places are great places. And they're free. Paid for by the state of Alabama. Detox, Self-Recovery, Journey, Colby.
New Vision.
These places are great. Because I'm going to tell you, we don't do this for the money.
Yeah. You do it because you want to.
Correct.
All you gotta do is be willing to open up your mind and listen to what they're trying to teach you in the program that's at that facility, because each program is specific to that facility. But like I said, as long as you're willing to open up your heart and mind, you will get it. And it's okay if you don't get it the first time. It's okay. I don't ever want no one to think that, well, I didn't get it the first time, I'm too ashamed to go back again, or I was in recovery and I relapsed and I don't want to go back again because I'm too ashamed. Let me hold my head down. No, you, just like the first time, you admit you have a problem and then you go get help. We don't look at you any different. It doesn't matter if you had 10 years in recovery and relapse or if you had 1 day in recovery and relapse. We're going to treat you the same exact way we would any other peer, because we've been there. We know how it feels to be looked down and be shunned upon and things like that.
Well, you said as long as you're still breathing, you still deserve a second chance.
Exactly. That's it.
Even if it's a 37th second chance.
Yes, ma'am.
What we need these cities to back us up.
Yeah.
We need these cities to call us and say, let us help you help us. We don't want money.
No.
Our services are free.
Yes.
They are paid for by grants to the Alabama Department of Mental Health. This Narcan I'm holding in my hand, this is free. You go down here to CBS, this is $55 a box. I am now doing the 1 box distribution, which is going to start off here shortly. It is a first aid kit. You open it up, and you have a little red tab. You pull it open. There's a video there. The video pops on. It's about a 2-minute video. They give you instructions on how to use Narcan if you don't know how to use it. It will have the free Narcan. It will have 4 shots of Narcan in it. With the reason we only put 4 shots, it's taking sometimes more Narcan than 4 to bring somebody back. The reason being is because the drug is so potent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had over 107,000 deaths in 2021. It went down to a little over 80,000 in 2024. The reason being is because they're allowing us to do this right here. And they're allowing other people throughout this country to do this also. This Narcan, I mean, I've tried to give it to, I don't want this. Why? I don't know it being an addiction. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You choose to avoid them and not look at them.
And another great thing about that 1 box is it has that Narcan, but also what it has, because, people are like, well, I'm not touching that person. I'm not going to touch that person. It also has your gloves in it. It has your CPR mask, and it has
wipes.
Yeah, wipes. Yes. So it has all that PPE protective gear that you would need to approach someone in that form.
Right.
So, and we have one in our office, and anybody is more than willing to come and check it out, look at it. But those will be going up shortly, I hope. September.
The other thing that we're doing right now also with the first responders, I am making pouches. It will be a little zip pouch. You open it up. It will have Narcan there for them. It will have also fentanyl test strips. It will have the CPR face mask and the gloves in it also, and also an instruction card. And these little pouches, they will hook to the police officers or the first responders' belt loop so they can get it off quickly and use it.
Right.
And the reason being, and I'm going to put this face mask into the regular shields due to the fact that they can put that on. So once they go into a drug scene, that the substance use scene, excuse me, they won't inhale it themselves. Because
Right.
if you touch fentanyl, it will not kill you. What happens? It gets airborne. Once it's airborne, we inhale it or we taste it. We use the CPR mask so that way if you do mouth to mouth, you don't touch their mouth because if it's on their lips, you can ingest it then.
And you
It
get
can take
overdose.
less than a pinpoint to kill you.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's how potent it is.
Correct. And so I have learned so much in these last 3 years. I do a lot of research. I do a lot of reading. I mean, my life centers around recovery today.
Right.
Now, do I watch my stupid little shows I like to watch at night? Yes, I do. But when I'm working, I'm working. The other, it's just we want people to say it's okay.
Right.
I had a problem, but I can get that problem fixed if somebody will help me, and that's what we're here for.
And two more things that I would like to talk about is the way addiction attaches itself to people and like the people that work for our company, because stigma is a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, for example, I was in and out of the legal system from the time I was a small kid until the time I was 36 years old. And it took me facing a life sentence before I turned my life around. I got in drug court and turned my life around. But you have several people who work for us who, you know, have been in the streets and been homeless, been addicted, been to prison, you know, and we are now in the field of recovery, and we are, whether we're program directors or supervisors or just an employee, we are still here. We've turned around and we're going back into these same communities that we were arrested in, that we were locked up in, that, you know, now we're working hand in hand with those district attorneys and those lawyers and those judges, and being able to go back into that courtroom and be on the other side of the aisle is so self-rewarding. And I also want to mention our staff. I think we have the best staff, because I'm biased opinion, but, you know, and it's nothing that I do, you know, it's nothing that I do whatsoever. I always want the attention to go to my staff, because our staff has some of the best outreach workers that actually, you know, are on the beaten path and go into our communities and are, you know, doing meetings inside of jails and going on the drug court team or going to outreach in these areas that need help and stuff. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who works from PIER all the way from Mobile to here, because without y'all employees, we would not have what we have. And I'm really appreciative of them.
I'm appreciative for what you do for the community.
Tuesday, Tuesday, August 26th, we will have our Overdose Awareness Day at the PIER building starting at 5 p.m. Judge Rose Gordon will be the keynote speaker that night. We will also have a representative from the Sheriff's Department, Noel Van Landingham, and we also have a Spectre Care speaker there that night also.
So Tuesday, August
the 26th.
August 26th.
Yes, and on top of that, we will have snacks and refreshments, and we'll also be distributing Narcan, and also a kind of like vigil at the end.
Okay. So the date's coming up Tuesday, August 26th, and then
September 27th.
Yes,
ma'am.
Getting the 26th and 27th mixed up. So August 26th, that is going to be at Wise Drive at the PIER location here in Dothan. And then the recovery run walk is September 27th in Taylor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank y'all so much for coming in and telling us all about this great organization that's really doing a lot for this community. And thank you for what you do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you too.
Thank you too.
Thank you.